Hey guys, it's Doug with Cold War Collectors, and today I'm going to be talking about the Bulgarian pull-tab webbing system. Now, this was based as a copy of the British Parent 58 webbing system. There are originally two types of it. The one that came out apparently in the 60s and the one that came out in the 70s or 80s. Now, this is the second generation one, so this is the 70s, 80s ones, but I've actually never seen these in use for a large amount of guys. There's one photo I might have seen a squad of pairs, only with the H harness and the belts, but I'm not certain if it was that or if that was some weird webbing system only pairs had. But this, I assume this was supposed to be kind of like East German UTV. It was supposed to be implemented for all troops eventually, but this didn't really even see service at all. And it wasn't even used after the socialist era, so in current Bulgaria, it's not even used as far as I can tell. But the thing that's interesting though is that this actually helped to inspire East German UTV, mainly in the fact of the pull tabs especially. Now, these pull tabs are much thinner and the loops are made out of pot metal, so they're less durable than the East German ones, but this actually did help inspire the East German UTV Gen 3 webbing. Now, I'm only missing one pouch for this. I'm not certain which one I'm not certain what exactly it held, but I can find it on eBay. Plus, I might want to replace this one. So apparently, they said this one is for a gas mask, but it's very, very small for a gas mask. But it's also missing one of the pull tabs. It was never there. It's not like it was used and fell off. Now, the thing that's interesting is that you have a shovel cover, but it's for a straight spade, so it's going right up here. The other thing that's kind of cool about this is that it has an adjustable belt, but it's very hard to adjust. That's the thing about it. I'm just going to flip it over for a second for you guys to see. Now, this is one of the main problems I have with this webbing system. It has some pretty severe problems with it. In order for you to take off basically to try to adjust it, you have to remove almost every single pouch, and you have to put them all back on once you're done, which is one of the major problems with this. And the thing that was also a problem, sometimes the sliders, they can get stuck inside the loops for the pouch, so that can be a real pain at times. Plus, the belt is just really hard to adjust as well. The thing that's about this belt though, I think it's durable if it was just made easier to use. It's pretty durable though, but the pull tabs aren't as durable from what I've heard. Now, these originally started coming over, from what I've heard, in the early 2000s, and a lot of them sold out by 2006. But it's just hard to find them in a near complete set. The one thing I find very kind of cool about this, all the pouches actually have a number on them, well, on the top of them near the pull tab. Just going to bring this closer for a second. So, grenade pouch is pouch number 2. This pouch is number 4, shovel number 5, and this one doesn't have them there. I'm just seeing if it's on this part, which is for your oil bottle. No, it doesn't have it, so this one is technically unmarked. They have the number and then OTK, which is an acceptance stamp, even though this one has an acceptance stamp and it shouldn't have been inspected as military quality because it's missing part of that. But that's the thing though. The H harness is actually very comfortable though. It has a lot of padding in it. I think it's a good H harness. It's just that the webbing has a lot of flaws with it. The grenade pouch has 2 cells for an F1 grenade, but the East German one has 3 cells. So just kind of better on the East German one. The other thing about this is, as far as I know, these were never exported out of Bulgaria to militaries. They were exported for collector market as part of the surplus market, but they never were used by anybody outside of Bulgaria for actual military purposes, as far as I'm aware. But there could be just experimental use with the Bulgarians, which is probably what this was. Now, for the magazine pouch, the magazine pouch can fit 7.62s. I just have my airsoft mags in here. It's somewhat easy to reach them, but I had to put them upside down because it's just easier to pull them out that way than the regular way. It also has your cleaning kit would go in here. I'm not certain what would go in here. I think just stripper clips for 5.45. Empty ones, not full ones though. So that's kind of good. You can carry 4 mags in the pouch and 1 in your rifle. So that's kind of a benefit. One of the problems I find with the AK pouch, though, is the one for the oil bottle. It's supposed to stay like that, but the cover doesn't necessarily cover the entire thing. It kind of leaves parts of the sides open. I'm just going to demonstrate it for you guys. Sorry, this webbing's just kind of a pain. It kind of leaves this open, and it might slide out, but it's less likely that it could slide out, but you never know. It's also reinforced alongside the bottom, because you have the magazine itself, and then you have just a green reinforcement there. The shovel pouch doesn't have a reinforcement on the bottom, which it should, but it has it along the sides on the top. So that's the problem with it, though. The one thing that's kind of interesting, unlike I think the backpack, the hooks for it would go up pretty far, like right near the collarbone, but I don't know. I haven't seen a backpack for these, but I don't know. It's just that I think this was probably meant for limited use, and maybe they were going to make a Gen 3 of it that was actually good, but it's just hard to find any actual information on this or any pictures of it in use. One of my friends, his father went over to Bulgaria, and he said that none of these were in use. They were just using all the old leather belt with the metal buckles from the socialist era. They weren't using these at all. And I believe they might be using small amounts of the socialist era belt kits, not these at all. But I don't know. These could have been meant for paras, but I don't think so, because you would have seen far more. Because I've seen a lot of pictures of Bulgarian paras, but they're not using these at all, except for that one picture that possibly might have them, which is going to be the thumbnail picture. But there's just not that much information on these, and from what I've heard, these weren't that durable, so that could be one reason why these were not really implemented at all. But I think that's all. Thanks for watching.